Hello and welcome. Well, it seems the dust has barely settled on one season and we're already looking ahead to the next big story, and this one's brewing in North London. Today we're taking a deep dive into what promises to be a transformative summer for Arsenal. The focus, the very heart of the team, the midfield. Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar are clearly not resting on their laurels. They're planning a significant overhaul to build a side that can not only challenge for the Premier League but dominate it. It's a fascinating time at the Emirates, a real statement of intent. This isn't just about bringing in one or two new faces. We're talking about a complete strategic rethink of the engine room. We'll be looking at the marquee signing that seems all but confirmed, the other targets on their radar, and just as importantly, the players who might be heading for the exit door to make it all happen. It's a high-stakes game of chess, where every move is calculated to give Arsenal that crucial edge. Are they building a squad capable of finally clinching that elusive title? So stick with us as we unpack the reports, analyse the strategy, and speculate on what Arsenal's midfield will look like come the start of the 2025-2026 season. From the big money signings to the tough decisions on current players, we'll cover all the angles. This is your inside look at Arsenal's bold summer plans. Let's get right into it, shall we? Right then, let's start with the name on everyone's lips in North London. Martín Zubimendi. For what feels like an eternity, he's been the one Arsenal have coveted, the player identified to be the new linchpin in their midfield. And now it appears their persistence is about to pay off. Reports are getting stronger and stronger, suggesting that the deal to bring the Spanish international from Real Sociedad is, for all intents and purposes, done. It's a huge statement signing if they get it over the line, a real signal of their ambition. You look at Zubimendi's game and you can see exactly why Arteta is so keen. He's a master of controlling the tempo, a metronome at the base of the midfield. He reads the game beautifully, breaks up play with an intelligence that belies his years, and his distribution is first class. He's not just a destroyer, he's a deep-lying playmaker, someone who can initiate attacks from his own half. It's that combination of defensive solidity and technical elegance that makes him the perfect fit for the modern Premier League. The word is that personal terms have been agreed for some time and that the club is simply waiting for the right moment to trigger his release clause. A medical is supposedly all that stands between him and an Arsenal shirt. This move feels like the first and most crucial domino to fall in their summer strategy. He's not just another signing, he's seen as the successor to the experienced heads like Jorginho, a player to build the midfield around for the next 5 or 6 years. It's a significant investment, but one the club feels is absolutely necessary. Think about the balance he would bring. Alongside a powerhouse like Declan Rice, Zubimendi's positional discipline and passing range could be transformative. It would allow Rice to venture forward more, to use his incredible engine to affect the game in the final third, knowing that the back door is firmly shut. This isn't just about replacing a player, it's about evolving the entire tactical setup. If and when this deal is officially announced, it will be a massive coup for Arsenal and a sign that they mean serious business. Signing a player of Zubimendi's caliber would be enough for many clubs, but it seems Arsenal's ambition doesn't stop there. The strategy is clear. They want to build a midfield that can dominate any opponent in any competition. It's about having the quality and depth to control the tempo of matches from the first whistle to the last. Even with Declan Rice, who has been nothing short of sensational, and the potential arrival of Zubimendi, the club is looking to add even more strength and variety to that central area. The idea is to create a unit that is not only defensively robust but also relentlessly progressive. They want players who are comfortable on the ball under pressure, who can break the lines with a pass or a dribble, and who have the football intelligence to adapt to different game states. Think of Manchester City's midfield trio in their prime. That's the level of control and technical security Arsenal are aspiring to. It's a proactive approach, moving away from simply reacting to opponents and towards imposing their own will on the game. This focus on midfield strength is also about unlocking the full potential of their attacking talents. When you have a midfield that can win the ball back quickly and transition with speed and precision, it gives players like Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and Martin Odegaard more freedom and better service. It means they spend less time tracking back and more time doing what they do best, creating and scoring goals. A dominant midfield is the foundation upon which a title-winning attack is built, and Arteta knows this all too well. So, while Zubimendi is the headline act, don't be surprised to see another name come through the door. They might be looking for a different profile of player, perhaps a more dynamic number 8 to complement the control of Rice and Zubimendi. The potential presence of Mikel Merino, who has been linked for some time, fits this mold perfectly. It's about building a formidable trio, or even quartet, of top-class midfielders who can be rotated without a drop in quality, keeping the side fresh for the rigours of a long season chasing multiple trophies. Of course, to build this new-look midfield, there have to be departures. It's the simple and sometimes harsh reality of football. The wage bill and squad size have to be managed, and the club will need to be ruthless to fund this ambitious rebuild. The first and most obvious question mark hangs over the future of Thomas Partey. He's been a fantastic player for Arsenal on his day, but injuries and his contract situation, with it entering its final year, make his position precarious. The club faces a classic dilemma: offer a new deal to an injury-prone player or cash in now while they still can. The feeling is that if a suitable offer arrives, particularly from the lucrative Saudi Pro League, which has shown interest before, Arsenal would be very tempted to sell. It would be a logical move, freeing up significant wages and bringing in a transfer fee that could be directly reinvested. It's not a reflection on his quality, but a pragmatic decision based on availability and long-term planning. His departure seems more a matter of when rather than if at this point, paving the way for the new guard to come in. Beyond Partey, other fringe players are almost certain to be heading for the exit. Albert Sambi Lokonga, for instance, has spent time out on loan, and it's become clear that his future lies elsewhere. A permanent move seems inevitable and would be best for both the player and the club. But the really interesting speculation surrounds the attacking positions. To potentially fund a top-tier winger, there are whispers that the club might consider a shocking sale. Could a player like Gabriel Martinelli or even Leandro Trossard be sacrificed? It sounds dramatic, but it's the kind of bold, unsentimental move that top clubs sometimes have to make. If a huge offer came in for Martinelli, who has struggled for consistency at times, or Trossard, would they be tempted to sell high and reinvest in a player they believe is an upgrade, like a Nico Williams? It's a difficult decision, balancing loyalty with the relentless pursuit of improvement. These potential sales are just as crucial to the summer strategy as the signings themselves, providing the financial firepower for the overhaul. While Zubimendi is clearly the priority, a smart club always has a list of alternative and supplementary targets, and Arsenal are no different. They are constantly scouting and monitoring players to ensure they have options. One interesting name that has emerged for midfield depth is Lucien Agoume from Inter Milan. He's a young, powerful midfielder who has gained valuable experience on loan in Spain with Sevilla. He wouldn't be a headline signing, but more of a shrewd, strategic one. Agoume fits the profile of a player with high potential who could be developed by Arteta. He's physically imposing, good in the tackle and comfortable on the ball. He could be brought in as a low-cost, high-upside option to provide cover and competition for the main starters. This kind of signing is crucial for building a robust squad. You can't have a team of 11 superstars. You need these reliable, hungry players who can step in and do a job, especially with the demanding schedule of Champions League football. He's one to watch as a potential surprise package, but the recruitment drive isn't limited to the centre of the park. As we touched on, there's a strong desire to upgrade the wide attacking options to find a player who can provide that explosive, unpredictable quality. The primary target here appears to be Nico Williams of Athletic Bilbao. He's electric. His pace, his directness and his ability to beat a man would offer Arsenal a completely different dimension in attack. He's the kind of player that gets fans off their seats, and he's been on their radar for a very long time. Another name being linked for that wide role is Borussia Dortmund's Jamie Bino Gittens, an English talent who has been developing in Germany. He's another incredibly quick and tricky winger. He represents a slightly different type of target, perhaps one for the future, but his potential is enormous. The interest in players like Williams and Bino Gittens shows that Arsenal aren't just thinking about the midfield, they're looking at the entire attacking structure, aiming to build a front line that is as feared and versatile as any in Europe. So there you have it. The summer of 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most important in Arsenal's recent history. It's all about a calculated and ambitious midfield rebuild, a clear strategy to take the team to that final elusive step. The impending arrival of Martín Zubimendi is the headline act, the player they believe will define their central unit for years to come. He's the anchor, the controller, the man tasked with setting the tempo and providing the platform for the rest of the team to shine. It's a signing that speaks volumes about their intent, but as we've seen, the story doesn't end with him. The pursuit of further midfield reinforcements and the tough decisions on departures like Thomas Partey show a club that is operating with a clear vision and a ruthless edge. Every move is part of a larger plan to build a squad with the depth, quality and tactical flexibility required to fight on all fronts. From potential wildcards like Lucien Agoume to explosive wingers like Nico Williams, the board is clearly prepared to back Mikel Arteta and build his vision of a dominant Arsenal side. It's a fascinating project. The foundations have been laid over the past few seasons, and now they are adding the final crucial pieces. This window is all about turning contenders into champions. Zubimendi leading the charge, and more changes undoubtedly on the horizon. Arsenal fans have every right to be excited about what the future holds. It's going to be a busy and potentially transformative couple of months at the Emirates. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more analysis of the transfer.